What's going on, everybody? It's Policies here, and today it's really more about a podcast to figure out what's going on with Hillary Clinton's campaign. Just a month ago, she was ahead by anywhere from 8 to 10 points depending on the poll. She was expected to win by a landslide across Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Colorado, and even she was bringing Republican states blue, such as Georgia. But her lead has dropped significantly in the last few weeks, and Donald Trump has taken leads now. It's today, September 20th, 2016, and Donald Trump has taken leads in Florida by 5 points, Ohio by 5 points. Those are two states in which Hillary Clinton is going to have an uphill battle now, and even in Utah, she's being challenged, and even Virginia, where Tim Kaine, Hillary Clinton's VP is being challenged. She could possibly lose that too. Trump has made significant ground, and even a recent LA Times poll put Trump ahead by 8 points. That would be a landslide victory for Donald Trump. And the question is, what's going on here? What has led Donald Trump to just swoop in and literally within a few weeks knock out all her gains and even take leads in key battleground states? Some analysts are even saying that he is winning or tied up in all 13 battleground states in the U.S. And even if Trump takes half of them, that's enough to win the ball game, take it home for the Republicans. And this is really causing a shock across the Hillary Clinton campaign and causing a shock even with people in the Trump campaign. I think they're thinking, wow, we didn't know that the gap would be closed so fast. And I think it's really about a few main reasons and trends we're seeing Trump really boost up in the polls. The first is that after Hillary Clinton declared Donald Trump's supporters a basket of deplorables, that made her look like she was out of touch of what's going on. It made her look like she's completely unaware of why these people are behind Trump and why they're not behind Hillary. It made her look kind of ignorant. Although there's a lot of truth behind what she said, there is a decent portion of Donald Trump supporters that are racist and are bigoted and simply hate Hillary just because she is a woman, and they just do not like Barack Obama because he's black. There are Trump supporters behind Trump because they do genuinely want change. They do think they've been left behind in the economy. They do think that the manufacturing jobs have gone overseas because of Bill Clinton's NAFTA, and they do believe that Trump will fight for America and bring it back. And Trump is doing a really good job in getting that message out there. He's loud. He's campaigning harder than Hillary Clinton, and he's just pushing harder. And so that's one trend is the fact that Hillary Clinton had a really big gaffe that threw her off significantly. And at the same time, around the same period, the same week, Hillary Clinton got sick of pneumonia, which really helped Trump in his campaign out significantly, since the alternative media on YouTube and also Fox News and more conservative channels have been saying that Hillary Clinton is sick. They say that she might, it's more than, a lot of people are saying it's more than pneumonia, it's dementia and it's Parkinson's disease, which I haven't really seen enough proof of that yet. I actually have a video that attacks that theory, but clearly she's having physical issues, and it really pushed those conspiracy theories even more, and I think it really incited a lot of people to also say, hey, although we like Hillary Clinton, we like her philosophy on certain things, we just can't put somebody in office that is unstable, physically not able to run it. And people are believing that. InfoWars recently had some journalists walk around talking to young people saying, hey, would you vote for someone that's physically sick? And a lot of millennials said, actually, we wouldn't. Although they like Hillary Clinton, they wouldn't. So that's the second main trend. The third main trend that I see going on is the blacks. Blacks have always been a stronghold for Democrats ever since the Civil Rights Movement. They really helped spur Barack Obama to win his campaign. He won blacks by 80-90%. And Bill Clinton did the same, and JFK. All the Democrats always win the blacks. And there's cultural and historical reasons behind that. Donald Trump seems to be the first candidate in for a long time to actually pull over a portion of blacks. And even if it's a small portion, he pulls over 16%. I believe I saw somewhere that he pulled over on 16%. That's enough to really dig into Clinton's lead. And that's really, he doesn't need the whole black vote. If he can just get 20% of them, that's enough to rock her out of the election. Hillary Clinton hasn't done a good enough job talking about African American health. I mean, think about it. Donald Trump literally got on stage and said, hey blacks, the Democrats have done nothing for you. Vote for me. Give me a shot. Hillary Clinton actually has not reached out directly to black people. Yes, she's gone to churches. Yes, she has said there's issues, but she hasn't literally looked the camera in the eye and said, I can help you. I will be there. And this is what I've done for your community, and this is what my husband has done. She hasn't done that directly. Hillary Clinton's main problem in this election is creating a clear message that what she can do for America. Donald Trump's message is very clear. There's a trade problem, an immigration problem, and we lack security. What is Hillary Clinton's message? We know that she wants to increase Obamacare. We know that she wants to help children out, and that she's pretty hawkish in foreign policy. But she doesn't have that one sentence, that one clear message that would really help people remember who she is, remember what she's about. She always says that she's a steady leader, a calm, cool, steady leader. But that's just not a plan. That's just a personality. So Hillary Clinton just recently launched a new Millennials for Pennsylvania campaign. She's trying to get millennials on board, which is another major issue she's having. She's not inspiring or just really encouraging young people to vote for her. In fact, a lot of recent polls have said that people under 35, between 18 and 35, do not think Hillary Clinton is trustworthy, and they don't think she's a progressive. They still remember what Bernie Sanders said about her, that she's tied to the banks, that she's hawkish, and Bernie Sanders' words are still haunting her today. And a lot of these Bernie people are not getting behind Clinton, and they won't get behind Clinton. In fact, just yesterday I talked with 3 of my buddies. They all went to very liberal schools, and they were totally behind Barack Obama for both terms. But now with Hillary Clinton, they just don't really trust her, which is sad, because in reality, Hillary Clinton's philosophy and ideology and policies regarding healthcare, regarding domestic issues and the economy, pretty much align with what they think, but they just can't get behind her. They still really want Bernie Sanders. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think a lot of these Bernie or bust people will get behind Trump by any means, but it's scattering the vote away from Clinton to people like Gary Johnson, who is a complete idiot. He's not really a libertarian by any means. And Jill Stein, who's not a bad candidate, but she lacks political experience and she lacks the money and fundraising to really even compete at all. She started a little bit too late, and she just doesn't have the support she needs. So that's another major issue is Hillary Clinton's just not bringing in the young people. I mean, you could tell just by looking at the pictures of her campaigns. She's only drawing in anywhere between 200 to 1,500 people per event. I went to 2 of her events in Ohio, one in Cincinnati and one in Columbus, and I think in total there might have been 500 people. Right? You go to a Trump campaign or a Trump event. There's easily 2,000 people, and the energy there's a lot more intense. People are a lot more happy about being there. And that's the major issue for Hillary Clinton, is that I personally think that there's no way she's going to be able to get the young people on board by now. It's over. It's her only hope now is really ensuring that the older Democratic base gets out and votes for her. And what I mean by that, I mean the people working, the blacks, between 35 to 80, those people, the white older people that are Democratic leaning, right? Get them out there to vote, and also get over as many millennials as possible. But there are some millennials that just simply will not get behind her because they think she's corrupt. They remember what Bernie Sanders is saying, and no matter how much they hate Trump, they still hear what he's saying, right? They still are aware of what he is saying and what he's talking about. And that is also a really major issue for Hillary Clinton. So what should Hillary Clinton do? I mean, that's the question. What can she do to beat Trump now? What she needs to do is do what Trump's doing, I would say. Fight fire with fire. Campaign just as hard as he is. Literally every day. 2 to 3 stops every day. And hitting him as hard as possible, and then also showing what she can do for the American people. She needs to clarify her message for young people. She really needs to talk about her policies in more depth, but make it more simple. Don't be so wonky, right? That's what she's famous for, is being a wonk, right? You go to her website, she has all these super long policy papers. She needs to make a clear message. She needs to say, hey, I'm going to build infrastructure in this country. I'm going to ensure that kids can go to school for free. I'm going to ensure that every American has health care. She needs to imitate Bernie Sanders. And she also needs him out there campaigning as much as possible, which actually hasn't been too effective because people think that he's a sellout. She really needs to come out as a progressive to really get the young vote. She depends on those people just like Barack Obama did. And she needs to reach out more towards Hispanics and blacks. Trump's core, right? Trump's core, the white, middle, low-class, displaced, blue-collar workers will not vote for Hillary Clinton. Those people are gone, right? And also the white millennials that did not go to college, the high school graduates that a lot of them were in the military or a lot of them are working in factories or retail, are not going to vote for Trump. But the good thing is regarding that is a lot of those people probably will not vote. So that's the good thing for her. So she needs to focus on college-educated people, Mexicans and blacks. That's what she needs to do. If she can get high turnouts for that, she should be able to win Ohio, Florida, and also other battleground states, which would take over the 270 pretty easily. If she cannot clarify her message and she cannot encourage and motivate these people to vote, she's doomed. So that's what she needs to do. And she needs to keep campaigning, like I said, because Donald Trump he's really serious about winning this. And if he wins this campaign, I think we're going to go through a serious recession. He's going to try to deport 11 million Mexicans. That's going to damage our agriculture industry. It's going to damage many of our companies. It's going to damage American workers. Donald Trump wants to declare China currency manipulator, which is going to cause China to not trade with us, which is going to increase our products prices all across the board. It's just a big problem. It's a big problem. So that's what Hillary Clinton needs to do. If not, good luck to her. So yeah, if you guys like this podcast, just go ahead and click like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.